Whoa there, lassie. No need for violence. Ain't ye prissy types meant to be civilized? Ye heard right, I'm afraid. Aye, we agreed to the escort mission. That was before you told us you wanted to cross the bloody mist mounts. An extra 10 gold ain't worth it, lass. We might live for a coin, but ain't no point if we meet certain death. Call me a coward and a deal breaker all you want. I ain't stupid enough to try and cross the mountains at the start of winter. I ain't looking to piss off a god or get dragged into hell. Although, if you're willing to escort me to bed tonight, I might consider escorting you to the border for free. Do you play cards, stranger? Come, have a seat. Lady Luck seems rather cross with me tonight, and your presence might tip the scales in my favor. I promise you, the slightest change can bring the greatest impact. The presence of a lovely face has more power than you think. How about I make it worth your time, then? Agree to sit by me for the rest of the game, and I'll buy you dinner. If I lose, you'll have at least been fed. Should I win, I'll pay for your room and lodging for the night. Sounds like your stomach agrees with me. Come. On my honor, you won't find any wandering hands here. Tavern keep. A meal and ale for my friend here. Be generous. Don't count your chickens too soon, Rolf. Lady Luck is a cruel mistress to all who court her. My, what an appetite. Been saving those coins for a while, have you? When did you eat last? Or sleep, for that matter? You look about ready to ascend to higher planes. No need to be so embarrassed. Most everyone in this tavern has known squalor at some point. How do you think they've come to use their brawn and risk their lives to make a living? But enough about the unpleasant crowd. What brings a faithful so far from her place of worship? Don't look so surprised. I have excellent vision, and caught a glimpse of the golden stitching and white robe through the holes of that tattered cloak you wear. You might want to think about getting a better disguise if your goal is to blend in. Not a faithful, you say? Are you a thief, then? A pretty foolish one if you steal from holy servants. Ah, I should have known. A full-fledged faithful wouldn't act so obviously defenseless. I take it you're a novice, then? Running away from your assigned sanctum, are you? Though I doubt the Order of the Three-Headed Mother is in the business of keeping anyone against their will. Silence? Really? Precious, I satiated your hunger. Won't you satiate some of my curiosity? True. The deal was a meal for your presence. Forgive me. It's been too long since someone has intrigued me, and my tongue tends to get me in trouble a little too often. It is my greatest flaw. Alas, it's the price to pay for my keen eyes and irredeemable curiosity. Most people find this quite irritable about me. Isn't that right, Rolf? I raise. As an apology for my prying, I'll offer some free advice. Of course you need it, you naive thing. Glance over your shoulder at the amateurs you attempted to hire tonight. See how they keep looking in your direction? Waiting, of course. Waiting for their little prey, who's come in here waving her coin purse around like a fool. Waiting to follow her out, strip her of her belongings, and get an easy payday out of it at best. At worst, they'll strip you of much more. I raise again. Your lips are quivering. Are you scared, precious? Good. Foolishness rarely fades until faced with consequences. That's a lesson you ought to learn quickly. How about we make another deal? Answer my questions, and I'll make sure you're not followed on your way out. How do you know I'm not going to rob you? You don't, little nymph. You have no reason whatsoever to trust yet another lawless mercenary. So far, I've kept my word. But perhaps this is all part of my grand plan to get you alone, disheveled, and trembling in a dark alley myself. One catches more flies with honey, after all. So who do you think you'll be safer with, precious? Them or me? You're right. I did say curiosity was my greatest flaw. Yes, I also said that you intrigued me. 3 questions now, and 3 more once I get you somewhere safe. Well, would you look at that? The lost fawn knows how to bargain. You may not be so hopeless after all. You've got yourself a deal. My first question is, why does a novice of the Three-Headed Mother wish to cross the Mist Mounts at this time of year of all things? Of course. I've been eavesdropping since you walked in. I have excellent hearing, too. Let's not waste time on technicalities. The Great Citadel. Why not wait for spring, when the path is much less dangerous, or take the long way around the mountain range? Monsters and curses excluded, the weather itself is enough to kill you. You must deliver something as soon as possible, and the Mist Mount paths are the fastest way to get there. I suppose you won't tell me what that thing is, will you? You are determined to torment me, aren't you? How cruel. Very well. My last question is this. What was the offer for the job? You heard me. Spill. A moonstone up front and 250 gold upon arrival. Over half a year's salary. Not bad. Make it 500, and we've got a deal. It's quite simple, precious. I'm accepting the job. I will escort you to the Great Citadel for 500 gold. If you're confident you can pay. Why? Well, I am a mercenary, and I need to make a living. I also believe things happen for a reason. Besides, it will give me a chance to pick you apart some more. And seems to me you're quite the good luck charm. And that's my win, gents. Always a pleasure. Pay up. And keep your moonstone and coins, precious. You'll need them for equipment, and I only take payment after the job is done. I will, however, ask for some insurance. For example, that's a lovely necklace. A winter bloom, trapped in resin and turned into jewelry, yes? It may not be worth much, but judging by how you're clutching it to your chest, I'd say it's the perfect collateral. Hand it to me, and I will return it upon payment once we've arrived. Fair enough? Aw, you look so concerned. Worry not, precious. I will keep it safe and in perfect condition. And if you fail to pay me once we've arrived, then I'll simply work you to the bone and to your knees for it. I don't think I'll ever tire of that face. You look like you're about to melt. Could something scandalous be crossing the mind of our holy little novice? Such language! The three-headed mother herself would blush. All right, I'll stop. So, when do we leave? Right now? Impossible. I have coin to spend. affairs to get in order. And you, precious, need rest. Your eyes are so bloodshot, they look like they're ready to fall out of their sockets. Tonight, sleep. Tomorrow, gather everything you need for our journey. We'll leave at dawn the day after tomorrow, once you're rested and equipped. Tavern keep. Put this one in the room next to mine. I'll pay up front. You doubt a single mercenary is enough for such a dangerous mission? I suppose I did fail to introduce myself properly. Cat got your tongue, precious. Is this your first time meeting a centaur? My people don't have the best reputation when it comes to mingling with other races, but I'm a bit of an outcast myself. The ones who should fear me are those who stand in the way of my job. Come on, up you go. I am Zarif Steelrain, bounty hunter extraordinaire and solo mercenary of these parts. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, servant of the three-headed mother. On my honor, I will deliver you to the Great Citadel safely. Now, may I have your name, precious?